August 1st. It is my birthday month. Yay. Birthday is in 2 weeks. Excited about that. Last night, had some good sleep. Yesterday, going up to Knife's Edge was the hardest segment of this hike thus far. No joke, straight up. Beautiful views though, although I do prefer the views by the terminus over the Goat Rocks Wilderness. A lot of people will hold that against me, but you know, I have my preferences. Anywho, today I'm gonna try to do another 20 miler. Yesterday I did 20 miles. Today I'm gonna try to do 20 miles. 3 days ago, before my 2 zeros in White Pass, I did 25 miles. Crazy, right? So at the same time, taking my time to take in nature and count my blessings. Today I continue on my way down to Trout Lake. Entering the Yakama Indian Reservation, and it smells like smoke. As you can see, oh, it looks like smoke too, doesn't it? Huh. I'm from San Diego, and I know what wildfires smell like, and that is definitely a wildfire. We press on. We press on. All right, let's go. So White Pass doesn't carry the same name recognition as, say, Snoqualmie Pass, but it is important just the same. In the 1800s, it was scouted for wagon trails and or rail. Today, it marks a shift from the gentler ridgelines to the volcanic spine of the Cascades. The ski area and highway are 20th century additions, but the pass itself has always been a corridor. Long before pavement, it was a natural route used by indigenous travelers and their journeys across the divide. Can't see it now because of the smoke, but the landscape opens up and Mount Adams enters the frame, also known as Plateau. To the Yakama people, it's more than just a mountain. It's sacred. It's a guardian. It's a source. Its glaciers feeds rivers. Its slopes feeds families, and its spirit feeds prayer. And even now, Yakama gatherers return every season to pick berries, harvest roots, and collect medicinal plants, especially in the surrounding Mount Adams wilderness. And though the PCT skirts the boundary, you're never far from that spiritual orbit. And the presence of Pato isn't subtle. It watches, it guides, it tests. And then, just when you're softened by the wild, you descend into Trout Lake. Trout Lake is a lush volcanic basin fed by glacial runoff. It was once a seasonal trading hub for the Klickitat and Yakama. Later, it became a logging town, and now it's something else. A cultural threshold, a resupply stop with personality, and a place where spiritual terrain and practical trail life overlap. In late summer, Yakama families still come through Trout Lake, sometimes as cultural stewards, sometimes as gatherers, keeping those berry traditions alive. Out here, landmarks aren't just seen, they're felt. They carry weight in stories, in memory, and in the miles that follow. So, touch on some history that I was speaking about a few videos ago. This trail being walked into being and carved into permanence. So, talking about 1935, when a group of YMCA scouts set out under the leadership of Warren Rogers to chart a continuous footpath through the Cascades. They walked this very stretch between White Pass and Trout Lake, naming it part of the Cascade Crest Trail. It wasn't just a scouting trip, it was a dream in motion, linking Canada to Mexico long before there was an official trail. But then came the work crews. Excuse me. The Civilian Conservation Corps arrived with tools and time, cutting tread through basalt and timber, laying the bones of what would become the PCT. And they weren't building it for tourism. They were building it for pack use, for movement across wild terrain, for function, not glory. So much of what we hike today still follows those original lines. And in this section, very little had to be changed. By the time Congress passed the National Trail System Act in 1968, the stretch was already in place, waiting to be named, not made. The trail's final The trail's final connection came decades later. In 1993, the Golden Spike ceremony marked the symbolic completion of the PCT. But here in the South Cascades, most of the infrastructure was already steady underfoot. So built with sweat, scouted on foot, carried forward for everyone who believed that a trail could span a continent and still hold a human scale.